you seen the eyes of panic? Have you heard the cry of pain? Have you felt the aching hunger and tears falling like rain? Can we find a hope for tomorrow? Can we find a helping hand that can ease the pain and sorrow for every woman, every man? I'm waiting and waiting. I'm waiting and waiting. Have you seen the eyes of panic? Have you heard the cry of pain? Have you felt the aching hunger and tears falling like rain? Can we find a hope for tomorrow? Can we find a helping hand that can ease the pain and the sorrow for every woman, every man?
Keys still in the ignition. All the cops were buzzing from somebody's bad decision. Call everyone you know, we found the evidence. Just don't let them see you when you jump across the fence. Somebody stole a beer truck, it don't matter who it was. Grab a can and drink it up, best keep your mouth shut. Man, we're good to go, yeah, we hit the mother load. There's more than enough for all of us. Somebody stole a beer truck. You can holler at the moon, go splashing in the creek. You can get as rowdy as you damn near wanna be. We don't build a bonfire, we don't need that attention. Ain't nobody driving home, not in our condition. Somebody stole a beer truck, it don't matter who it was. Grab a can and drink it parked it over here, we parked it over there. We parked it in the barn, yeah, we parked it everywhere. The party went on all night long, till all the beer was gone. Somebody stole a beer truck, it don't matter who it was. Grab a can and drink it up, let's keep your mouth shut. Man, we're good to go, yeah, we hit the mother load. There's more than enough for all of us. Somebody stole a beer truck. Somebody stole a beer truck. I'll back it on up. Somebody stole a beer truck.
Team, what's going on? We can't start the Holotube without the freaking pump song. So here it comes. It's freaking Tuesday, team. Another crazy freaking pump day. Can't stop saying freaking because everything is awesome right now. This is how it should be, like partying every single day. Oh my god. Turning this one up. Okay. All right, I'll start talking. Happy Tuesday. We've got 15 people in. Is everybody like watching the watching that foosball or something like that? There's like loads of people outside having their barbecues because of the foosball. Like, we're making money and there's 15 people in the live chat. Seriously, what's going on? So, those of you that are in tonight are obviously the creme de la creme, hardcore crypto champions, not including Brenton, because Brenton is probably fast asleep in Australia right now. G'day, mate. How are you doing, mate? Oh, dear. So, we've got... Oh my gosh, Edwin Van Trick has just become a holo freaking legend. Let's go. We've got Van Leswell, what's going on? Deliberate Creator, Brotherhood, TJ, El Toro, YK. Oh, this is great fun. Do you know what that means, Edwin? I can actually create a new emoji. That's so awesome. Kieran Smith, Jerome Van Den Kromenacker. George Bethune loving the freaking beer truck. Let's go. JB, what's going on? M Radianto. Holochain needs to use the beer song for their intros. Yes, they do. You're going to remember that for like the rest of your life. In 20 years' time, you're just going to see Holochain. You're just going to be like, somebody stole a beer truck. Fred, what's going on? Johnny, you're a legend. Your prediction was perfect. Of course it was. We are the freaking Holotube, dude. Billy James, what's going on? Jordi Mano Hutto! Do you know what I saw earlier on? I saw Sebastian Busacca. I hadn't seen him for a while. I was like, Sebastian Busacca, whilst I was in the car. But obviously, you couldn't hear us, so that's the way it is. Right. I've got something pretty awesome to show you. This is like a cool little curve line that's happened. It is to play about with these curve lines, and this will all come out tomorrow because all of the top crypto analysts now watch the Holotube, and you watch them tomorrow, they'll be like, yeah, there's this like real cool curve line that we can create, which shows us where it could possibly go in the short term. Brotherhood waited the whole day for you. Oh man, let's go. Okay, so Bitcoin is doing something extraordinary at this moment in time, and now we're at that point of no return. It needs a little bit of a cool off because it's at that 59. So are we going to see some kind of sideways action happening, which is fine? Jordy going crazy with the new emojis. It's fine for us to have some sideways action or even a retest down. We're in a really good position now because we have got above this iron wall, the first iron wall, which is the 36,100, which we said we was probably going to hit it today and have a bit of a breakthrough or a retest. And that is exactly what we've done. We've created some epic high lows. All right. Our prediction was that we was actually going to come back down. That's impossible now. Unless the market gets heavily manipulated, this isn't going to happen. In relation to the relative strength index, we can probably see it coming to here. So if we adjust this, obviously we had a play with it last time. If we do some kind of adjusting, maybe we might see some sort of cooling off. I hope we don't. But if we do, we now have this curve line, which we've got to hit. If we hit that, we might actually get a crazy bounce to the upside. If not, and it wants to have a little bit of a cooling off, it's now got it's just amazing. We've now got the breakout of the descending triangle exactly like we wanted. We haven't even come back and retested that. We've just gone, do you know what, screw it, I'm off up to that resistance line, I'm blasting through it, and now we're sitting on top of it. So all hands on deck, team. That's what it is. The excitement is starting to roar. So we are going to expect a retracement. Look at the relative strength index right now. So maybe tomorrow, the 30th of June, you could actually see some kind of movement back down, retesting that support. And then once we've got confirmation that everything is okay, we are a go-go. It's what we're expecting to happen with the Wyckoff going into phase D. So we're now right at the end of phase C of the Wyckoff. So we are expecting the start of phase D to be a downward trend, which is okay. You know, it's absolutely fine. It's what we're expecting to happen. So if it happens, then it is what it is. If it doesn't happen, then we are going straight to 40k. And it's another iron wall before we get to that 42, that all-important 42k. Remember, the bear is still in play. That 22 is still haunting us at this moment in time. So please don't forget that we are still playing with a descending triangle, which is bearish, but we've hit the bottom that many times now that it was getting weaker and weaker, and it turned bullish like we discussed yesterday, which is freaking awesome, team. Welcome to the balls in the house. I am so excited about crypto right now. It's just ace. Like, I know we're nowhere back to where we was with hot losing that 1 cent mark, but look how bullish it looks. We've got these high lows appearing. We've also got the curve line, which is happening, which is breaking through sideways at the moment. So could we see a further rise to the upside to get through where we want it to be, which is tonight? We just need a rocket. We need some rocket fuel. We've got a lot against us. You legend. Cheers, brother. It's going to come in handy. Okay. All seriousness, because you've got to hear this. this is the first time we have broken through this sideways momentum, or call it a sideways channel, call it whatever you want, since the 21st. So it's been sat there for such a long time, and we've just come through it. Hopefully now we can keep that as a level of support. I honestly don't mind what it does. It can blast off well over the 90 and then have a cooling off to come back down. That would be great. So if we had something like this occurring, because we're now at 60, which is pretty high. If we had some sort of blast off and then retrace down using this old level of support, it can even use it as a level of resistance if it wants. I'm really not too fussed. So even if it did have a breakout and then bounced up and then came up, that would be ideal for us. Sadly, unless we do now in the next 15 minutes, something crazy happens, which is just going to be ace. If we do get a blast off, honestly, I'm going to be bouncing off the ceiling. You won't see me for like the next 5 minutes because I'll be jumping everywhere. But if not, remember, we're still high on that relative strength index. So we've got to be serious. But look what it's done. Even though we've touched it at the 70 mark twice, the volume was there, so the chart still carried on going, even though the relative strength stayed horizontal. So could that continue for the next few days? We had that huge amount of USD injection of money from good whales, and it's paying off. Things are starting to move. Bitcoin is just not stopping. It's so nice to see it. It's great. It's just great to see it, to see this magic happening. And you know, I was happy, like we said last night, I was happy with the bulls climbing up the stairs and then a cooling off. I was happy with that. But no, Bitcoin was like, meh, not a chance, Johnny Stang. This is my time. I am climbing up the stairs like any good bull does. Could we see just a small sideways action? It would be nice if that curve sprung off it. Ooh, I can't cope at the moment. Can't cope. Hype will come and brings FOMO. Yes. One thing that you've got to remember, Geordie, is at this moment in time, there is still a high level of fear in the crypto market. So any kind of new information, new news that's coming out, people are just like, all right, that's pretty cool, but I ain't moving. So, you know, you've got to bear that in mind, that even though we are having this accumulation wyckoff, because that's what it is, it's still manipulation, but it's manipulation with the good whales fighting the bad, and they're winning. They're absolutely winning because the bad whales have run out of money, basically. Excuse me. Ooh, El Toro. Fear and greed index. Ooh, this looks pretty fancy. I dare press it because I don't want to get freaking rickrolled. If this is a rickroll, I am not going to be happy, El Toro. I hope it's not a rickroll. I have pressed it. We are waiting for liftoff. Why is it not loading? No! El Toro, what are you doing? for us. I couldn't stop it in time. I could not stop the sound in time. Oh my gosh. What is it with you, like, fear and greed index? Billy James, Johnny, can I hear you do a swear word? Kuchen and denuken. Oh my gosh. No, swearing creates negativity. Right, where was we? After that amazing fear and greed. For God's sake. Why did I know that it was going to be a prank? But yeah, anyway. Brenton's going to love that when he wakes up. I love it when Brenton wakes up and he's just like, hi, good morning. It's like, what's going on? No, he isn't. He's not like that. He's like, how does he say? G'day, mate. How are you doing? How's your Sheila? I'm just going to go and check Johnny's live stream, seen a bit. And he's just going to come across this. And he's like, what literally happened last night? Seriously. Okay. All serious now. Serious face. So, different story to yesterday. When was it yesterday? When was yesterday? 28th. The 28th on the 15-minute. We were super excited because the relative strength index was extremely low. There it is. So this was yesterday, and we was talking about the relative strength index, saying we are in a great position, and oh yeah, Jordy, we need to come to that. We're in a great position because the relative strength index is that low that you know, we've got such a great opportunity to rise to the upside, and it's just done exactly what we told it to do. I'm really, really loving Bitcoin at this moment in time. Seriously. Okay, let's have a look at the Steve chart because Jordy saw something pretty epic yesterday. I didn't check it because I woke up late and I had to get to work, so I was just like, ugh! Okay, let's go. Let's do this. We got to go to work to earn the monies. Brother, by the way, do you own any Bitcoin, Johnny Stang? Yes, I do own Bitcoin. Yes, I do. Of course, everybody should have at least a part of a Bitcoin and just stash it. Mine is sat on my ledger and it's just there. I'm not going to touch it. You know, it's going to be there for my children and my children's children. So it's not for me to touch. Right. Steve chart. Where is the Steve chart? So did I just make like a full-on recommendation there that everybody should have at least some Bitcoin? Yes, I did. And you know what? I don't care because it's right. Everybody should hold at least some Bitcoin. Whatever it is. Because looking at the price now, do your math, it's 36,000. If Bitcoin goes to 5 million, you do it. You do the math. I'm not doing the math because I'm busy freaking running the Holotube. So get your little tippity-tappity calculators out. Oh, Jordy's now backtracking because he's worried that we're actually looking at the Steve chart because that's what he suggested. Ooh. Oh, Jordy, what's going to go on? What's going on with this Steve chart? Seriously? Right, rolling it. Rolling the Steve chart. You gotta roll with it. You gotta take your time. Oh, that's cool. Ooh, I can put the Steve chart there. Right. Stand by for the cool transition. Did you like the sound effects? I've totally lost it tonight. I've got so much energy. I'm loving the grapes. The grapes are making me super excited. Jordy, actually, you're not far wrong, are you, to be fair? Does that mean that the Steve chart is now back in play because we was reading it completely wrong? So you're looking at this being this. Along, it's a bigger shoulder than a small shoulder. Head, drop down, up for the large shoulder, down, up, down. A steady rise to the upside. Bruh, you're not. I don't think you're wrong, mate. Seriously. I don't actually think you are wrong. It does seem to fit. It does fit. So if that's the case, we are expecting some sideways action, followed by a rise to the upside. Exactly like what I just said. Coming down and retouching that descending triangle as support. Jordy, I like it. I like your theory, and we will watch it. The Steve chart could actually be back in play. Marvin, how much will 1.6 Bitcoin be? What did I say, brother? Fred Holler, not your keys, not your coins. That's why I led you. Yeah. Jordy has no technical experience. Well, you've been here every night, so I'd like to think that you have some now. After all the discussions that we've had, but yeah, do you know what? I can actually see that playing out. I can see where it's going, and I'm actually buying it. I would, to be fair, I'd buy it. I'd actually buy it. Seeing, so we are. If this is right, this is where we are on the Steve chart. We are at this stage, which means we could have a rollover back to 34,000. I love the fact that, oh my gosh, Fred, right? Is that better? So we are here. We are here, Fred. Hang on a second, right? You've just got me thinking now. Fred, you can't see that little chart and you fly aeroplanes? Like, should I be worried right now? What's that in the distance? It's a UFO, Fred. Oh my God, I need my glasses. All I can see is a dot. Is it oh no, it's just a fly on the window. So yeah, Jordy, congratulations. I am buying it and we're going to follow it. We are going to follow it. And so we've now got two tools in play, one being the Steve chart, the other one being the accumulation Wyckoff. We have so much fun, don't we? We just have the best fun. I don't even know where it comes from. It just like, I just start talking, it just comes out. So yeah, Steve chart is in play. 10 out of 10, Jordy. You absolute legend. Well done, mate. So yeah, we will keep an eye on the Steve chart again. Steve is going to be super excited. I am literally going to message him right now and tell him Steve chart is back in play. Steve chart back in play. Bro. There we go. Message has been sent to the legend that is Steve Bradley. Woo! I'm excited now. It's cool that we have this that we can follow, and we also have this that we can follow. We also have the live chat to all have a discussion between ourselves. We've got the Discord. We now have so many freaking tools at our disposal. That how can we go wrong now? This is the first leg up to the upside. Van Leswer said, July we fly. Could you imagine going through what we've been through on your own? Hang on a second. Yeah, could you have gone through everything that we have been through if we didn't have this, we didn't have this, and we didn't have the Discord and the live chat? I mean, and it's all because of you lot. If I was still running the live chat with like one person, I probably wouldn't have continued, and that would have been really, really sad, wouldn't it? But you all came to the Johnny Stang show, and yeah, we're a pretty awesome team now, if I'm honest. Okay, crazy trade that I made last night. One, because I like the name of it, and two, it was blattered all over Twitter last night. So I thought, do you know what? Fine, I'm gonna put some money into it, and look what freaking happened, team. So DV is a cryptocurrency that's going to create some sort of app, and they announced that they're going to make that app go live, and the prediction is that this is going to 45 cents. So I was like, how could I not put a trade in? So after the live chat last night, I was like, all right, fine, I'm going to put a trade on and see what happens. So I put $700. I was like, am I really going to put $700 in when the relative strength index was at 53? And team, it freaking paid off. So, this is another good thing. Twitter is a great source of information. Just surf Twitter. Just type in cryptocurrency, loads of random stuff comes up, and this just popped into my inbox. This guy just talking about this DV USDT, and he wouldn't stop talking about it. And it got to the point where I was like, all right, fine, I'm going to take a punt. So I'm watching this now, which is going to be great, and looking forward to see what happens. It's something we'll keep track of. But yeah, I put $700 on, now $800, so I'm really, really happy. And maybe I'll get a rollover, but to be fair, it's probably only going to come down and touch that 55. And because we're so bullish, it might just carry on going upwards. So it might just be a legendary trade, team. So one to keep an eye on. I've never heard of DV or DV. I don't know how to pronounce it. But looks bullish to me. Looks really freaking bullish. Might actually be having some sort of breakout as we speak right now. Is that because you've all just gone and shed loads of money into it? Thank you very much, Holo Legends. So always be looking out. Now that we're getting this reversal, always be looking for your next awesome legendary trades. Because once we do touch that 42,000, there's just going to be money dropping into your account like crazy. So maybe now is the time to start opening up your trades again and getting excited and making, a few extra pound on the side with a little bit of money that you may have sat on your USDT or the girlfriend's saving account. I did not say that. Do not do that. Not financial advice. 5-minute chart on the short term for Hot is looking good. So we've still got room to go up to the upside. Now then, I'm going to zoom out of Hot and just have a nosy to see what's going on in the long term. Because there's a lot of lines that's going on here and I need to try and remind myself what's going on. So this is interesting. Oh, okay. Do you know what? Actually, this diagonal line here is a very, very old level of support that takes us right back. It takes us right back to the US patent. So if the US patent didn't actually play out, we would have probably seen Hot following this level of support. And it's got to the point where we've extended over it and it wants to come back up. Team, that's extremely bullish. And that's something that I didn't really pick up on yesterday or last night. So we came up, we came down, we had this huge retracement, touched that level of support 1, touched the level of support 2, third time, broke underneath it, but then the whales manipulation ran out of steam. So we're now seeing money coming back into the crypto market. The market cap is now increasing. So we could be back onto that road to recovery. The mission is to have this and get back up on there. What would also be pretty cool is if they kind of said, right, beta is happening fairly soon. You know what's going to happen. It's just going to rocket straight to 3 and above, and it's not going to stop because everybody's just waiting for that moment of beta to happen. Right, what's going on? What is going on? And over there fermenting to what is going on? Wissam K, it's Legends Blood Johnny, Fred the Wyckoff, or however this guy is pronounced. Analysis now, it's now 95%. I even can see that. Yes, this is the great thing of showing it every day, that you become accustomed to it and you can just work it out yourself. Look, have you seen the relative strength index on the daily? I can't cope. I just can't cope with this level of bounce back. This is so awesome. Think about it. We are all about each other, not just for ourselves. Yeah, sharing knowledge, not financial advice. And over Emredianto, if I had never found this live stream, I would have sold everything. Probably wouldn't have been a bad thing if you sold everything at 3 cents. You could have got a really strong position. Jordy, it's not a question of size, the material that makes a difference. I have balls of steel. Try flying a plane with Van Lesser and Johnny and your wings. It'd be pretty difficult because I'm sure that my weight over extends the weight of Van Lesser by probably a considerable amount. One, I am 6'3", and I'm getting skinnier because I'm now not drinking caffeine or eating anything that's got sugar in it or drinking coffee, Coca-Cola. It's all gone. I'm just on water, right? I'm just drinking water and grapes and the odd little bit of food, and I'm losing 1 pound a day. It's amazing, team. Anyway, we're digressing. We're talking about charts, not about everything else. Come on, seriously. Right, so where do I see Hot going in the short term? Without me creating a million dots. Well, we really do need to have a bit of a battle. And on the daily, So the last 1, 2, 3, the last 4 days have been bullish. Even though we've had those 4 days of bullishness, your relative strength index in the long term is great, which means we could actually see another 4 or 5 days of movement to the upside, which in the 15 minutes will not look anything like that. The 15 minute will look like this wiggly line that I've drawn. I don't know when I drew that. Probably just now, to be fair. Whereas on the daily, you're probably going to start seeing just more green candles as the market cap rises to the upside. What's going on, YK? What we need to do, so the mission for HOT is to get above that very old level of support so we can work our way back to the upside. If we don't get up there, then it's going to be a level of resistance, and we don't want that. We don't want that at all. Fred, loving the compliments. Cheers, brother. I can see it now. Look at your videos a month ago. I don't look at those videos a month ago. Oh my gosh. Right, Ethereum. Ethereum is back in the game. Ethereum on the daily has created this incredible W pattern, which means if this plays out, we could actually see Ethereum in the short term heading back to that 2,750 that we've all dreamt of seeing again, that we haven't seen since the beginning of June. Those of you that are holding Ethereum, this could be very, very exciting for you. We've got, again, this horizontal trend line where it's just a nothing. We had some excitement in a breakout in May, but it just collapsed due to the Wyckoff pattern. Now we've got the accumulation happening. We could actually see some genuine levels of movement to the upside with Ethereum. That is great for everything else. It's great for HOT. It's great for Cardano. It's exceptionally great for XRP. So it's not just about HOT right now. Everything should start moving back up. I do like the fact that we are having the good whales fighting against the bad, and the good are winning. It's proving that they're winning. You know, we're not going to keep going up, right? So don't think to yourself, yo, this is it, we'll disappear off to the upside. No, it's going to take some time to get up there. We don't want it to come up because, like we said last night, if you throw a ball up into the air, what happens when you throw it up? It just comes back down, and we've seen that a million times. That we do not want that sort of movement to the upside. What we want is, we want you to throw the ball up the stairs. This is the kind of movement that we want to see, because what you do is when that happens and you get this sideways action, you almost get a cooling off and then a run back up to the upside. And also, the longer the base, we all know, the higher in freaking space. So again, we can start building our little rockets and going, yeah, let's go off to the upside. Right, 1 hour on Ethereum looks great. We've had the crossover. Oh my gosh, this is actually too good to be true. We've now had the crossover of the 55 to the 200. The 200 is now back where it needs to be. 55 now in the middle, and the 21 at the top. Again, relative strength index on the 1 hour is overbought, so we could see a retracement back down in the short term, probably to touch that 55, and that's okay. It's okay that it's going to touch the 55 because that 21 now has a fairly decent gap in between. So once it touches that 55, all it's going to do is bring your relative strength index down to the medium, which is that 43.42. So it has momentum to work its way back up. So if we do have that, we're expecting that to happen anyway. Marvin's saying, make sure to have a portfolio where you have lots of different coins. It is, because it is a good idea. Because you're not just counting on one individual crypto. I mean, fair enough. If you've got just one crypto, that's up to you. That's how you run your portfolio. Nice rocket NFT. We can do better. So that's what is expecting to happen, to be fair, as per not just the Wyckoff, but also the Steve chart. The Steve chart does actually say now, if this is where we are at, it does indicate a rollover. And that's fine, because that rollover is actually creating a micro head and shoulder pattern. So we're not there yet. We've still got a little bit of a way to go by the looks of it. Cardano. Not sure about Cardano. Charles Hoskinson needs to get back on his live streams again and start doing some work on pumping Cardano. This is what we expected to happen to get to that $2. It didn't. It just broke down. It's created this inverse head and shoulders, and now it's working its way back up. It's going to get to that 155 and probably stop. Maybe it isn't. Maybe it's only going to go as high as... where are we? Here. You're probably looking at... No, not 150. Yeah, 147. If you get another breakout with Cardano, it's probably only going to go to that $1.47 before it stops and has a cooling off. I mean, that relative strength index just looks beautiful. What a fantastic relative strength index, and what it needs. Can you see the first one that happened? Oops, that was awful, Johnny Stang. So you had this almost like an ascending triangle here, which pushed up the relative strength index nicely, and then you had this breakdown, which is here, and then it's created another one. And these are really cool, because what happens is you'll get another breakdown, but the breakdown will be higher. So if it was to come up to here and have another breakdown, it'd probably only go to about there, where it'll bring your relative strength index back to your medium, and then it can push to the upside. Yeah, we can look at Vechain and VTHO, not a problem. So these are very, very bullish triangles that are being created here, because the chart wants to push. It wants to push the candles upwards, but it's got to have a cooling off period. And it'll create these... I'm not sure if it's an Elliott wave. But it could potentially be an Elliott wave pattern. I'm going to have a look at Elliott waves whilst we're chatting. But yeah, extremely bullish. We can actually start doing some technical analysis now. There's patterns that are emerging that we haven't seen in such a long time. Such a long time, and I feel like, to be fair, I'm doing my job again, which is awesome. Right, Vechain. Smashed through its first iron wall, which is great. I've lost my relative strength index. Don't know where that's gone. There it is. Massively overbought, so... Okay. Could see a retracement back down to 0.82, which is 10% drop. So if you're looking at a position with Vechain, I wouldn't make any kind of rash purchases yet. Expect maybe some sideways action followed by a breakdown. That 55 looks like it's going too high. Do you see what I mean by when you throw the ball up in the air? So this is a great example of that. So there's your ball and you've thrown it up and you get this pyramid pattern forming. So it probably will touch that and go sideways, but it has to roll back because your relative strength index went right up to 80. So it has to have some kind of retracement back before it goes to the upside. But this has been great. If you traded that and bought as it touched that 30 and came back up, I mean, that's an awesome 38% trade. That is pucker. But yeah, I wouldn't be putting a trade in now. Certainly on the 1 hour, not a good position to be in. 15-minute kind of looks all right. And then on the daily, yeah, daily looks great. Okay, if Bitcoin was to absolutely rock it, then it's not even going to think about the short-term aspects of it. It's just going to look at long-term. Look at what it's done in a day. That's amazing. That is called blasting through the iron wall, and it's now coming back for a retest. But you've still got loads of momentum in the long term. So if you're doing a long trade, Vechain is great. You came and made a purchase back down here. So right down there. If you're longing Vechain right now, you're 59, 60%. No, you're not. You're 50% up. Amazing. Right, let's have a look at VTHO. VTHO. What's VTHO doing? Exactly the same as Vechain. There's not a lot to talk about really, other than you're gonna get a retracement back down short term to, gosh, it's probably going to be around about here. That looks like a good level of support. Maybe a bit higher, maybe coming to touch that 55. All right, let's be a bit more bullish. So 0.0065 retracement back down on the 1 hour. It is well overbought. Let's in all seriousness. Short term, we could see sideways action. It's touched that 55, so we're expecting it to move upwards very, very slowly. I can't see it going above that 21 in the short term because of what's happening here on the 1 hour. The 1 hour wants you to cool off. The daily looks bullish. Actually, I don't know. There's a lot of to and fro in here that as I'm talking, I'm feeling like I'm fighting myself. I'm arguing with myself. So I'm going to say we are going to see some sideways action because it's nicely touching that 55. VTHO is probably going to do this. It'll bring the relative strength index down on the 15-minute. On the hourly, it's got a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. So you might actually see a steady retracement down, bringing that 55. Whoops. And what that'll do is that'll bring that 55 up, touch it, and then you're going to get that bounce off. So you could actually see this and then this bounce off to the upside because we are now in a bullish momentum. Brotherhood, what do you think VTHO can go? Good question. Could probably 10x from here in a doddle, maybe 15x. I do like VTHO. I do hold VTHO. And I probably always will, right? It's anyone's game is VTHO because it has done some extraordinary things. I mean, for it to have that bounce back is just fantastic. And it's done it a few times now. So it is following the bull market and it is participating. So, you know, you could see some incredible gains from VTHO as opposed to Vechain. There we go. Johnny just said it. Both said it exactly the same time. Look how in sync me and Jordy are. You could actually see VTHO doing better than Vechain. That's cool that we both said that exactly the same time. That's awesome. Balotelli said, Steve, can you look at the RSR, please? Steve, if you're about, can you have a look at RSR? Right, what's going on with Shiba? Big Black Crypto will be having a nice day today. This is really interesting. Do you know what? I lost faith in Shiba. I was just like, I'm just sick of it. I'm absolutely sick of it. So if I did make that trade on the 22nd, totally eating my words right now, aren't I? We was both born in 1982, Jordan. Yes. Didn't happen to be September of 1982, did it? Damn it. I could have absolutely traded this, couldn't I? I could have traded it twice this month. I could have done it here. You know what my rules are? Buys, you're coming out of the 30. Sellers, you're coming out of the back into the 70. There's a 63%. Could have left it. Yeah, I could have put a trade in there as well, so I could have done it 3 times. Oh my gosh, Shiba is like the ultimate trade in an extra 20%. Come back down. Wait until it touched that 30, so I would have come in. Where would I have come in? Would I have gone there? Probably not. I'd have probably waited for that one, which is here. And I could have got another 50%. I'm going to start trading Shiba. And Shiba swaps still have to come. Yeah, I'm literally going to start trading Shiba. Why not? See what happens on the 1 hour. I might trade it on the 1 hour. The 1 hour does look good, to be fair, because you get a really nice run. That was from the 12th of June right up until the 15th. So you can trade it for 3 days. 18th, that was a day, and this one was the 22nd to the 29th. So a nice 7-day trade. This could actually be quite good fun. The only thing I'm concerned about with Shiba and why I took it out was because of Vitalik having such a large control of Shiba. And I do know what's going to happen. As soon as Shiba takes off again, he's just going to take out another billion and it's just going to come and drop out. Johnny is FOMOing. Well, it's what I like to do. A bit of side trading. I really enjoy doing it. And taking a punt. Hence why I've taken a punt with that DV. Don't know how to pronounce it. I'm going to call it DV. You know, it was just a cheeky little trade that I thought, right, I'm going for it. And I might just leave it and see what happens because it hasn't actually touched. Well, it did there, touched below the 70 just before I came on live. I wasn't watching it. But it still looks bullish. Still looks really bullish, but it's one of them things, isn't it? It's the ball has been thrown in the air here. So you could actually see a bit of a sell-off as that 55 comes up. So I'll be watching it closely. If it does start dropping below that 70, I'll just sell it, and then I'll come in again at a lower price. Yeah, don't buy green candles because you get red Milmos. What's going on with crypto.com? Crypto.com is bullish. It's hit its resistance line that we probably created 59,000 years ago of 11.86. So it's got to retest that, but it can't. Relative strength index is way too high. So where is it going to come back down to? Well, it's been trading the medium for quite some time. So we could actually see it coming back down to here. There it is, look. So there's a possibility that it could come back down to there. It could come to the 55, which is going to be around about here. Tomorrow might be a boring day by the looks of this, because everything on the 1 hour is looking kind of overbought, if I'm honest. But hey, we've had a great couple of days. It's been fun. And in terms of the Wyckoff is telling us that we need to have a cooling off, and we're perfect. We're perfect for the Wyckoff. So I'm not even concerned. Shiba talked about burning tokens. Don't know if that happened already. I mean, if they want to go to 1 cent, then they're going to have to burn tokens, but they'll have to do it gradually and quietly, because if they burn the token and it skyrockets, it's just going to wreck Shiba. Because all that people are going to do is just take their Windy Pop's going to take their millions out, if I'm honest. Doge now in recovery mode, went right back down to that 16 cent mark. Those of you that put a trade in Doge, congratulations, because that's again a nice 65% trade, which is brilliant. There's been some great opportunities in the last 7 days, whilst we've had that manipulation, retracement, everything has been great to trade with. But for those of you that are just hodling, it looks like you're going to get your money back, team. We do look like we are, yeah, we do look like we are following that Steve chart, to be fair. It's nice to have Steve chart back in the game. Has Steve messaged back? He's not messaged back. So I'm guessing Steve is busy. He'll have been watching the football, mate. Well, maybe he wasn't watching the football, I don't know. So that's where we are, team. Literally, that is it for today. Let's just have a look at the news. I'll go onto Twitter to see what's going on. But in terms of the chart, we are still bullish. I like to put some music on in the background whilst we're looking at the news. Turn that bad boy off. Right, the chart. Not the chart. Twitter. Okay, Mary Camacho sent a tweet saying Holochain is the framework built to enable the UN Sustainable Development Goal of capacity for global coordination, a distributed problem with a distributed solution. Futurists, policymakers, and global leaders see this as an imperative. Center for Human Technology, how do we evolve our capacity to collectively problem solve? In this episode of Your Undivided Attention, Daniel Schmack shares his vision for a new form of global coordination. So that's one of the big updates on the Holo Twitter. And was that one? That was 26th of June, so we've already gone through that one. It was a few days ago. Looking at Holochain itself, 3 hours ago, Holochain Open Dev is a community-driven effort to create libraries for the use of your own apps. Read about all the modules you could use to build your apps in the latest Dev Pulse. Let's have a look at that. Holo posted 2 new vids about Hot and Holofield. Did they really? Ooh, okay. That'll be interesting. Okay, this is all gobbledygook for me. I don't understand it. This will be a job for Tyrish. Where did they post the new videos? Holo posted 2 new vids about Hot and Holofield. Where did they post them, Jordy? Do you know what I do like? If you go into search Twitter and type in Holochain, Vanaleswa is actually at the top. I'm not even logged into my Twitter. You type in Holochain and Vanaleswa is the #1 search. That is freaking awesome, team. Okay, YouTube. Right, let's have a look then. But yeah, so I have Vanaleswa at the top there. Look, 130 freaking likes. Top legend when searching for Holochain. Vanaleswa at the top. I love it. I love the fact I'm not even logged in and it comes straight up with Vanaleswa. That's how we roll, team. That is how we roll. Right, this is going to be a good watch, actually. Cut the music, maestro.
Will we be able to stake hot or hollow fuel in a wallet to earn it? Eric, can you help us with that?
The answer to that is no. Holofuel is earned by providing hosting power. So Holofuel is a mutual credit currency. It's a currency that in an asset class, a new asset class that we like to call a productive capacity-backed currency, specifically a productive capacity-backed mutual credit currency. And this means that it's not someone's money that earns you the capacity to have more money. That's what staking does. There's reasonable reasons for doing that in proof of stake. I'm not knocking that is something that one wouldn't want to do, but I'm saying that this is different than that. It's actually the productive capacity, the real capacity in the world, in this case, hosting power, that the Holoport provides, which is what earns you the money. And we're excited about this kind of asset class of creating mutual credit currencies that are backed by other productive capacities, not just hosting, because that's actually really cool. It's really cool to have productive capacity-based currencies instead of scarcity currencies. And yeah, so we could go into that more, but I'm taking that question in the direction that matters, I think. Maybe to me, maybe to the other person, it's like, I got a lot of money I want to stake on. But to me, this is a really crucial distinction of something new that we're creating, an entire new asset class.
Yeah, and I think given this person's orientation will probably be crypto based. I think anyone who has crypto assets will understand the potential of something like that if they lost money in the last week, regardless of what was going on in the market. And that's the very point, right? The very point that you ask a question of what's happening in the market is pointing towards why do we want these productive capacity backed currencies to underpin this kind of economic system, right?
That was interesting. That was everything that we spoke about yesterday in relation to can you buy Holofuel? No, you've got to earn it, and kind of solidifies that discussion that we had yesterday. That is the answer to your question. That you can only stake it. Right. How much energy does Holochain use? This will be interesting.
How Holochain uses less energy than blockchain.
Yeah, sure. The fundamental way that this happens, the fundamental reason why Holochain uses less energy than the blockchain model is because of what Arthur said at the very beginning in answering the question about what makes Holochain different than blockchain, which is this question of synchronizing a single state between all users. That is the energy intensive thing. If you don't start with that as your underlying model, you don't get to that place. Now you can write a deeply energy intensive Holochain app if you want to. Like you literally could write a blockchain simulating app that does proof of work, and people have talked about doing that just to show that. But that's kind of a backward step, and it's that fundamental thing. Because we're not sharing and synchronizing state between all users, we don't have to spend the kind of energy that blockchain has to spend.
Cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the day when the questions along these lines also talk about the Holochain energy use versus like current centralized cloud energy use and how that environment works as well, and benefits between those environments, because I think that's a very important point and distinction that we certainly made in the green paper and have made a lot along the way. Is we're not optimizing and orientating ourselves to prove that we're better than blockchain. We're out to provide a viable alternative to the centralized computing environment, for certain types of apps.
Yeah, actually, just really briefly about that. When you concentrate all the computing power together into a data center, you make lots of heat, and most of their energy use is not just the running the computers, but then running all the cooling systems to keep the computing cool enough, right? And when you just have little boxes spread throughout the world, wherever there's an internet connection, you don't have that same concentrations of heat and cooling issues.
Once again, isn't that what we spoke about yesterday? The fact that having the little holo ports means that it's micro energy compared to a server. This is the whole idea that Holochain have. I love the fact that yesterday's discussion has now been solidified. It's like the watchers. I think Arthur Brock is right in the live chat now watching us and laughing at us. All the crazy stuff that we get up to, and he goes, guys, we need to create these snippets for Johnny Stang so that he can solidify exactly what he said. It'd be cool if that was the truth. It would be so cool. How awesome would it be if Arthur Brock just came in now and was like, hey, what's going on, team? Oh my gosh, that would be like, I wouldn't even know what to do. I'd probably fall off my chair. You know, they would become a ninja mod straight away. So great shout, Geordie, for seeing those. Geordie is like the how do I explain this? The research analyst legend of the HoloTube. He writes so much in the Discord, and then he just creates all this crazy information. Woo! Billy freaking James! Oh my god! £10? Are you kidding me? Thank you so much. That's awesome. Get in. Jeremy Hansen says, I'm Arthur. I'm Arthur. Shh. I'm a bit concerned you don't know how to spell your name. Cool. Billy James, legend. Thank you very much. That's really, really kind of you. Level up. Awesome. YK, Johnny, when are you getting Holo sale on the live stream? 17th of July. Da, da, da. So I've got loads of work to do in the background. I've got videos to chop and send to them, which I'm going to do after this live stream. But yeah, 17th of July. We are going to have a live interview with Holosail Technologies Inc., which is just going to be absolutely fantastic. And when you do, good to have Big Black Crypto on Mindful Cog on it as well. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think it's just going to be a one-to-one because we just want to find out, right, who they are, what their plans are with their technology, how far it stems. Is Holosail going to use it for just big corporate companies, or is it something that is going to be stemmed down to retail level in the future? You know, there's quite a few questions. We're probably only going to have 15 minutes with them. So we won't have a lot of time. So I will be sending them structured questions, which are going to be around that. First of all, you know, who are you? Introduce yourself. What is your technology? How does your technology work? And hopefully they'll give us some information or a demonstration. I'm going to try and connect with them with Zoom or some kind of Teams meeting so that they can take over their screen and run the HoloTube as they want to run it, basically. So they'll take over the whole screen. So it should be really, really good. Jeremy Hansen, I clocked you straight away, brother. Clocked you straight away. Hopefully, 17th of July, we are 1 cent and above. Yeah, it's looking that way, isn't it? It is looking that way. Let's go back to Hot whilst we're still chatting. I'm so excited about Hot. I am just so excited. Billy James, off to Magaluf next week, and I'll be on the beach watching your channel updates in the daytime, cocktail in hand. Oh my gosh. Very, very nice, Billy bro. I wish I was going away to Magaluf. I wish I was going away anywhere. I just can't wait to get to America. Just cannot wait to disappear off to America for a few weeks. I can't see it happening till Christmas, New Year. So I don't know how I'm going to run the Holotube when I go across to America. I'll obviously take my laptop with me. I might actually get Vanaleswa to run it, if I'm honest. I'll see if Vanaleswa wants to run the Holotube whilst I'm away, and I could come on through some kind of Zoom meeting with Vanaleswa, and all of the proceeds will just go to Vanaleswa for that week. We'll set him up a GoFundMe page. Oh, he's got PayPal, so we can just throw money at him for running the live stream. Yes, Army with Beer Truck song. That is literally the dream. I can just imagine you sat on the beach just blasting out.
No worries.
I'm just literally blasting out the...
Nobody driving home, not in our condition. Somebody stole a beer truck, it don't matter
I could literally imagine that.
who it was. Grab a can and drink it up. Best keep your mouth shut. Man, we're good to go. Yeah, we hit the mother load.
Why is it such a good song? We found an absolute gem there, didn't we? I don't even know I nailed that to get it right on the chorus as well. That's just like, boom, 6 cents. I know that song inside and out. We listen to that song every single day. Johnny, how is the Philly and charity going? Oh, yeah, we'll have a look at the charities, actually, because we haven't had a look at them for quite some time. Let me bring them up now. So, the Phil Young one. Probably not doing too great because of the manipulation that we had. I'm just opening up my crypto.com website now. YK, I will be going to Nebraska. I'll be going to hopefully going across to Texas, and I have a lot of friends in Vegas, so I'll be going across to Vegas. So at the minute, the Phil Young, we did put £30 in there. It's now at £21, so we've got a lot of work to do to get back to that £30 mark. So currently not going great at the moment. YK, oh my gosh, yes, New York is amazing. I spent 5 days in New York, and that was enough because New York never sleeps. So I stayed at the Shoreham Hotel right near Times Square, and it was just constant fire engines, ambulances, cars beeping. Like, Americans just seem to beep their cars all day long. Like, here in England, we just wouldn't dream of beeping our cars, but they just beep it. Like, just beep their horns constantly. So you do get kind of tired because you're not used to that sound. But what an amazing place. An absolutely incredible place is New York. It's just like no other. I lived on dollar pizzas. You get a slice of pizza and it's literally about this big for $1. And lived on dollar pizza and McDonald's. It was just awesome. But my favorite place is Las Vegas. Not for the gambling. I'm not a big gambler when I'm there. But just to hire a car and you can disappear anywhere. I went to Area 51, Red Rock Canyon. I went to Horseshoe Ridge. There's just loads of amazing places to go. I have the most incredible friends out there in Vegas who are literally dying for me to get back. So as soon as the gates open, I am heading back. But seriously, don't knock Vegas because it's Vegas. There is so much more to Vegas than you could ever possibly imagine, and I mean ever possibly imagine. I stayed in the Stratosphere Hotel, which is just an amazing hotel. Absolutely love staying there. And yeah, got a car, and I I drove 2,500 miles, drove through Death Valley. It was 118 degrees Fahrenheit, which was pretty hot for me. I stopped to get out the car and I didn't turn the car off. I had the aircon running on full and I just got out literally for 2 minutes and I was just sweating. So incredible place. America is just an absolutely amazing place. So if you get the opportunity to go, is Vegas a good place to visit with two little boys? Probably not. You're probably more probably Florida, maybe your best option because you've got Orlando Studios. It's a bit more child friendly. So yeah, if you do have two children, it's not really the place. Maybe when they turn like 16 to 18, that could be a good time for you to go to Vegas. Because it's just an adult playground. It's what it is. And there's not a lot afterwards. Whereas if you like traveling on long roads, if you like to go and see the real Wild West, then that's Vegas. But for younger children, yeah, Florida may be your best option. California is an amazing place to visit. Dipped into California and yeah, fantastic place. So it's those kind of areas. If the $1 trolls come back, we give them pizza. Amazing. So yeah. I think there is a Disney World in California as well. I'm sure there is. Whilst we're on it, let's have a look at it. Yeah, there's a Disneyland in California that you can visit. So California would be better for children, if I'm honest. Take them here. Absolutely amazing place. The one thing that I am mega excited about is the Star Wars Disney. I cannot wait to go to Orlando. Look at this team. Oh my God. A real freaking Star Wars in showing in Orlando. That's the Orlando Disney World. And oh my gosh, that just looks absolutely incredible. Could start my own little travel show as well, couldn't I? Universal Studios, yes, that's it. Yeah. It just, oh my gosh, look at that. It's just so awesome. But yeah, if you're going to take kids to America, this is where you really want to be going. I mean, I bet those shows are just absolutely freaking epic. I can't wait for COVID to disappear so we can start doing all of this crazy stuff again. I'm so looking forward to it. That looks like the plan. So there is loads to do. There's loads to do in America as a grown-up, traveling, hiring a car and disappearing off on the roads. Jurassic World in Universal Studios. Yeah, looks pretty awesome. Don't do things by half, do they? Oh my gosh. You get to go on a freaking boat and see some sharks. It just looks so awesome. Them two look real scared. He's like laughing. And there's a T-Rex just about to have him for breakfast. Like, yeah, and what? And he's like, yeah, I'm happy. I'm going to get eaten by a T-Rex. You know what? When you're being chased by a T-Rex and you're with two people, you don't have to outrun the T-Rex. You just have to outrun the other person. Tip for the day. Also, did you know the Titanic has a swimming pool and the swimming pool is still full of water? Fun fact for you. Right, so I think we're done for the day. It's 9:30. I have some bad news for you. I have some really bad news for you. I've got some late shifts coming up. The next 4 nights, I'm doing some late shifts. So Wednesday night, I won't be available. Thursday night, I won't be available. Friday and Saturday, sadly. So the next time you're going to see me live is going to be Sunday, I'm afraid, team. And just whilst we're having this freaking awesome rise to the upside, I've got to do some late shifts. But what I can do is I'm going to take my laptop with me and we can chat during my break. We can chat in the live chat and I can put the Wyckoff pattern up. I can put the Steve chat up and we can look at it remotely. So there are ways of doing Windy Pops. There are ways of doing things. I'm going to see if I can try and set up. I don't know how I'm going to be able to do it, if I'm honest. Try and set up some kind of Zoom call because I can access my laptop remotely. I'll speak to Van Leswer about it. I'm sure he knows how to do this. Craziness of setting up some kind of Zoom call on my laptop or my phone and then run it onto the live stream. There must be a way of doing it, and I can do a quick 5-minute update. Hopefully, if not, we'll just chat in the live stream. So, sadly, I'm not back until Sunday. I know it's going to upset a lot of people, but, you know, Johnny Stein's got to make the money. He's got to pay the bills. So Sunday is going to be the next day. I know people are going to say, when's Johnny coming live? And you lot are going to just be like, not till Sunday. But yeah, I'll try and dip in round about the 8 o'clock time if I can. And we'll go from there. But I'm excited to see where we're going to go in the next few days. Like I said with Bitcoin, expect a cooling off, but we are expecting it anyway because we're looking for this retracement back down to maybe break back down the resistance and hit the top of this descending triangle. It is a great level of support because look at how long it lasted here. We went from the 28th at 11 o'clock right through to 5-6 o'clock in the morning before we made the break to the upside. So it is proved to be a level of support. And could that be our final rollover down to the upside? We might not even get that. We might just get madness happening. It has happened before and the daily just takes off. So keep an eye out for that, team. As the volume comes in, you might just see euphoricness, craziness happening. This may be what people might be sat waiting for. They might actually sit waiting for this kind of movement to happen before going up on this curve. I'll keep the curve there as well. So that's us for tonight, team. I've had the best fun. Looking forward to seeing you again properly on Sunday. Thank you to everybody that donated to the channel. Van Leswer with his €5 and also Billy James for the £10. It is very much appreciated, as well as your continued support. And yeah, Billy James, see you in Magaluf. Can you please put some photos in the Discord? That would be really awesome. And we can make everybody jealous. And enjoy your time, peeps, and I will see you on Sunday. If not before, you freaking legends. You rock. You're awesome. And happy days with the bullishness. So until then, team, you are awesome. Ciao.
a lesson and I've learned it. Show me a bridge, I probably burned it. Show me $1, yeah, I've earned it. Though I can't tell you where it went. Show me time, I used to waste it. Show me whiskey, I still taste it. Show me hell, and hell, I've raised it. That's just who I've always been. But if I could go back somehow and get one more time around, give me one more time around the sun, I'd take it, I'd run around this blue rock and give it all I got. I'd live and let live, forget and forgive. Please don't give up on me now. Give me one more time around. Still got things I need to do here. A lot of air I need to get clear. A lot of love, a little less fear. Lift up all of those I let down. Give me one more time around the sun. I'd take it, I'd run around this blue rock and give it all I got. I'd live and let live, forget and forgive. Please don't give up on me now. Give me one more time around. Give me something I can live for. Give me a chance so I can give more. Heaven knows what I'd give for one more time around. One more time around the sun, I'd take it, I'd run around this blue rock and give it all I got. I'd live and let live, forget and forgive. Please don't give up on me now. Give me one more time around. One more time around. Sunburned paint still reads 98 state champs on that water tower. Well, kids still hang at the old flat bank, cruise that Friday night strip for hours, kinda like a small town. There's Glen Mill Road where the years move slow. Ain't much changed since our first kiss. I've seen city lights, and man, I saw the light. Let me tell you now, I admit, kinda like this small town. Ain't changed a bit, nothing better than this that I found. It took some coming around, but I'm figuring out you're where I wanna be right now. Kinda like this small town. Yeah, kinda like this small town. On your front steps, that day I left, you played me like a rock and roll song. 'Cause you just laughed and said, find your way back. I guess you knew it all along, that you were right where I belong. Kinda like this small town. Yeah, it ain't changed a bit, nothing better than this that I found. It took some coming around, but I'm figuring out you're where I wanna be right now. Kinda like this small town. Yeah, kinda like this small town. Come on. Kinda like this small town. Yeah, I kinda like this small town. Kinda like this small town. How it ain't changed a bit, nothing better than this that I found. Not a worry around, nowhere more proud, nowhere else you'd wanna settle down. Kinda like this small town. Yeah, I kinda love this small town. I saw her flying there by the dawn's early light. A little tired, a little tore up, still hurting from the fight. And then it hit me. You ain't gotta pick a side. You can love your fellow man and still have pride. 'Cause we're all stitched together like the red, white, and blue. Might be a little bit different, but we're all the same too. 'Cause the stars and stripes are so much more than that old piece of cloth on your grandma's porch. It gave us that American dream to be anything that we wanna be. It don't matter where you are, from a one-room church to an uptown bar. Don't care if you're black or white or who you love. I stand for the flag, and the flag stands for all of us. For the teachers of today, for the leaders of tomorrow, for long-haul driving truckers, rolling all night hauling cargo. The banker pays the farmer who feeds the factory working man, while a preacher talks to Jesus about his son in Afghanistan. We all need each other like an apple needs a pie, and that's just another day. And it's American life, 'cause the stars and stripes are so much more than that old piece of cloth on your grandma's porch. It gave us that American dream to be anything that we want to be. 'Cause it don't matter where you are, from a one-room church to an uptown bar. Don't care if you're black or white or who you love. I stand for the flag, and the flag stands for all of us. I stand for showing kindness, treating everyone with love. Be proud of who you are, and don't forget where you came from. 'Cause the stars and stripes mean so much more than that old piece of cloth on your grandma's porch. It gave us that American dream to be anything that we want to be. And it don't matter where you are, from a one-room church to an uptown bar. Don't care if you're black or white or who you love. I stand for the flag, and the flag damn sure stands for all of us. didn't feel like Sunday until I was swinging with you. Riding in my Ford didn't feel like money till I was riding with you. Could be something in your eyes, maybe something in that smile, but I ain't never felt the way I do when I'm with you. Trees seem greener, sun shines brighter, tea tastes sweeter, and trouble seem lighter. I could go on forever in a day or two. Darling, everything's better with you. Kissing on me, baby, all night long.